right.
February 5th, you guys are going to be in town for Raw. What would you tell a fan who might be on the fence about going?
I'd say you're insane. You get yourself along to WWE, get yourself along to Raw. There's a reason why the product is so hot right now, and the hottest it's been in years. We're selling out everywhere we go. If you check the financials, we're breaking every financial number in WWE history, not just breaking it, absolutely smashing it. And the reason is the quality of the shows, specifically Monday Night Raw. Not being biased because I'm on the show. It really is the best show. And the Monday night shows is the live television show. It's got everything you expect from WWE. The lights, excuse me, lasers, pyro, the over-the-top showmanship. I come out, in my Scottish kilt and my giant 5-foot sword that shoots fire. And it's just a character for everybody. Everyone can relate to somebody on the show. Enjoy the athleticism, enjoy the spectacle, and to cap it all off, it's great value for the whole family. We're a PG product. The tickets start at $20. The worst case scenario, you pay, a pretty good deal. You get yourself along, unsure about it. The kids are excited. Maybe the wife gets into the guys in their underwear. And finally, as you're watching the show, you're like, yeah, this is a really good show. Look how athletic that guy is, or that girl is, or that 7'3" guy. My God, look at the size of him. When Drew hits somebody, I had some preconceptions about wrestling, and he's leaving marks all over this guy. It's just a case of if you're unsure, you just got to give it a try. And I give you the Drew McIntyre guarantee. You'll be talking about it the next day and for the next few weeks.
Right on. The Raw roster is stacked right now. Is that kind of a motivator to even push yourself more to get yourself over with the audience?
100%. I mean, I always kind of compete with myself. I never really compete with anyone else on the roster. It's just I'll never be number one because I'm always competing with myself. Next month, the next version of Drew, which I'll never catch up to. But looking across the board, and WWE in general, but specifically on Raw, everybody's up in their game, be it on the microphone, be it from a character perspective, be it from the in-ring game. And it's awesome to see because we have a 3-hour show, which is not easy to sit down and watch a 3-hour wrestling show. It's not easy to sit down and watch a 3-hour film, no matter how good it is, like a Martin Scorsese number or something. So, wow, that was really good, but it was long. These days, we have so many different characters, so much unique storytelling going on. For me personally, it's the most compelling character-wise I've felt in a very long time because of the different approach we're taking to telling stories, which is make it as real as possible, because if it's real to the superstar, they're feeling it, then the audience will feel it.
You've had interactions the last few weeks with not just Jey Uso, but Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. Is it possible we see matches between you and those individuals coming up in the future?
I would hope so. That's two of our top superstars in WWE. Obviously, Cody returned to WWE a couple of years ago and had a big injury to get him out for 9 months, but has really rose to the top of the card as a crowd favorite. And CM Punk, the most controversial guy in wrestling, for sure, has made his return. Seems very positive right now. The crowd is certainly very positive. He's a huge star. And I'm going to keep prodding at him and see if he cracks. And hopefully, if he doesn't, he gets in the ring with me, then I physically crack him. Easy peasy.
You've won the Royal Rumble once. How important is it to you to win this upcoming Rumble and get a shot at the title?
Very. Everyone keeps talking about finishing their story. It's kind of Cody's line. I've got to finish my story, win the title that his father, Dusty Rhodes, wasn't able to win. His brother, Dustin Rhodes, Goldust, was never able to win. Do it for the family. You've got CM Punk returning to WWE. He wants to win that title, cement his legacy. Jey Uso on the rise. There's so many different superstars won that title. But the story that matters most, in my opinion, is old Drew McIntyre's story. Because when I won the Rumble in 2020, I went in front of 40,000 people. And then, obviously, right before WrestleMania, COVID hit. And I won my time in front of exactly 0 people. And I carried that title right through the pandemic era with no fans there, trying to make sure that everybody around the world, whether we're stuck in their houses, were entertained and had that escape. And it's a very important part of my history and something I'm very proud of. And that was for everybody else, those 2 title wins. Now I'd like a title win for this guy right here. Get it the way I imagined it when I was a kid. They got to win that Royal Rumble again to get that title match. And then this time at WrestleMania, finally get a title, a world title in front of live fans, so I can actually take it home to my family back in Scotland who have sacrificed so much with me being gone for 16 years and missing weddings, birthdays, a couple of funerals, and huge family events. See my nephews grow up and say, boom, here you go, dad. Here you go, brother. Here you go, family. This is why I've been doing it. And thank you for letting me chase the dream.
When you were in the company in 2007, when you started, looking forward to now, how has the company changed in that those amount of years?
Need like an hour to some thought to go through all of it, but it's just gotten bigger and bigger. I really didn't think the company could get any bigger and have a bigger global footprint, but it's night and day since back then. It's just incredible when you look at the financials of the company.
Mhm.
You know, breaking over $1 billion every year, the TV deals, multiple $1 billion deals. How truly global we are now. Our premier live events, formerly known as pay-per-views, are taking place in multiple different countries now. I used to harass the bosses in the office and ask why we didn't have a UK large event. We haven't had one since SummerSlam 1992 in a stadium. We always do well in the arenas. We really should have a big show. No, Drew, logistics, time difference. There's reasons for that stuff. And all I heard was excuses. And then as time has went on, we had a show in Australia in 2018, and I walked up to them and went, time difference, logistics. There's no bigger time difference in Australia. Don't give me your crap. But now, the way the company thinks is, we are truly global. Let's take those events around the world. And you're starting to see it now. Just different big events all across the world. One coming up in Paris soon. We've got one coming up in Berlin soon. I'm probably missing some. And when it comes to just the crowds themselves, like I don't remember being sold out this much. The product is truly hotter than it's ever been. And seeing the shows on, we had our own network at one point, but seeing on Peacock now and just the content available to the world and seeing the numbers from that and how many people and how many new fans we're making. Like I could keep trying to find examples all day long. The sponsorships, my goodness, they're absolutely incredible. And the schedule is kicked back a little bit, so it's a little bit easier on the talent. And wrestling itself is healthier than it's ever been.
I've realized we have a friend in common, Derek Baker.
Oh yeah.
Wanted to ask you about working with him in the Boys and Girls Club and, just working with the kids in general. How important is that to you as a WWE superstar to make those connections with the youth?
Oh, that's my most important part of my job. I was actually talking to Derek's sister yesterday. They'll be coming along to the show in St. Louis, and I'm going to try and get on their podcast in person. So we're looking to make that happen. But yeah, I love getting to work at the Girls and Boys Club. Obviously, recently was in St. Louis with Derek. We had ourselves a little sit down, a little chat about my recent actions because he wasn't too happy about some of the stuff I've been doing. So I had to explain things from my perspective. And he started to understand. And finally, he became the mediator and he was going to try and make things right on my behalf. So that was very cool of Derek and the chance to spend with the kids and just see them in such a positive environment, having such a good time at Christmas time. Was very cool. And I'm very, very lucky that I get to spend so much time in the community area of WWE and working with the kids. And I'm global ambassador with Special Olympics. And we work with a lot of food insecurity companies as well. Recently, we did Chicago during Thanksgiving. Got the opportunity to work with a few of the places there. And anywhere that you can make a positive difference, that's what it's all about now for me. When I was a kid, I wanted to raise the titles, and I've done that, and it's cool. But the coolest thing you can do is make a difference where you can. And it doesn't have to be what I do. I'm very lucky to get a big platform to be able to do it and work with WWE and all these companies. But no matter where you are, whatever you do, if you can make your corner of the world just a little bit better, a little more positive, you're making a difference too.
Several years ago, this is probably 12, 13 years ago, after a pay-per-view in St. Louis, my wife actually saw you at a little Irish pub next door to the Enterprise Center. And
12 years ago.
She's not even a wrestling fan, but she walked up to you and actually just sat down at your table and started talking to you because she loves your accent. And she's always wanted to go to Scotland. And, I always appreciate that. You talked to her for probably 15 minutes. And I always thought that was really cool because I know you guys are, usually dead tired after a show. And, the last thing you probably want to do is be bothered by someone when you're out eating dinner. But
Ah,
you were awesome to her, and that's the one thing I always hear from your fans is they feel like you're just very down to earth and humble and easy to talk to. How do you keep yourself humble, and is that something that's always been important to you as a professional?
100%. Thank you for sharing the story. That's very cool. But yeah, it is very important to me. I guess, my upbringing. My dad is the world's nicest man. He's such a big guy. He's very, very shy. My mother was the same, just very, very nice. And um, I've just always been a fan of wrestling. I never lost that fandom, I guess. And people always say, like, I'm a big wrestling fan. I'm a big Mark. Kind of go, me too. I just took it too far. And I might look the way I look, 6 foot, like 280, and falling out of Braveheart, Game of Thrones or something. But inside, I'm still an introvert. I still am that wrestling fan. And above all else, my wife will never let me get a big head. If I slightly lift off the ground, she'll pull me right back down.
Last question for you. Um, from your debut here in WWE in 2007 to leaving the company and having the success you had with Evolve and then coming back and winning the world titles, thinking about your journey, what is right now at least, what is the most proud moment you've had in your career?
Ooh, it's hard to pick one. I'm just very proud of everything I've been able to do in the ring and out the ring. I guess, being champion, during the pandemic time, just because it was such an unpredictable time, such a scary time. Nobody knew what was going on. Nobody, everybody was genuinely worried. And WWE decided to push ahead with that original content. Every other sport and entertainment company shut down. And some of our top superstars stepped away, and it was up to somebody to step up. And I was given the chance to step up and be that leader and be the one who's trying new things to entertain the fans at home and connect with the fans at home without a live audience there, which means there's no playbook. I can't ask Triple H and Shawn Michaels or The Undertaker or Stone Cold or anyone I would ask advice. Hey, what would you do? Like, everyone said the same. We don't know. We can give you our opinion, but we don't know. So it was up to me to throw things against the wall, see what stuck, set the example for the rest of the roster. Everything rolls downhill, and all of our superstars stepped up during that time, gave everyone that escape. I saw the feedback on social media all the time that it was making people smile during a time where a lot of people weren't smiling.
And you made me think of one more question. What did it mean to you for the company to have the faith they had to put the title on you during that pandemic time?
Yeah, a lot. It said a lot to me, and not just we're going to have you as champion, which whatever anyone thinks about wrestling, it's not like UFC. You don't just go out and just beat someone up and get it. You have to have the support of the crowd, the office. You have to be able to be trusted with the media aspects that we're doing right now. It is like almost running for office, but very, very physical. And to have that trust as the number one person in the entire company and the number one wrestler in the world, essentially, after your journey and dream was to be that is very cool. But to also have it like, hey, this was going to happen anyway, if those people there or not. But now, yeah, you've been given something that is going to be a very big challenge, but we believe in you to handle it. And I believe everything happens for a reason. If anybody knows my journey or wants to learn my journey, get my book now, My Chosen Destiny, available everywhere. But there's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs. Fired from WWE that one time, a lot of personal issues. That everything was a lesson, and everything prepared me to be the guy I am today, and prepared me to be the guy to lead WWE and I guess the world who was watching during that time, through that time.
All right, Drew. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you on February 5th here in St. Louis. And good luck with the Royal Rumble coming up.
Appreciate it, brother. The Royal Rumble will be a lot easier than this snow. I'm gonna have to plow outside.
All right, man.
Thanks,
Take
man.
care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.